Hello again, it's Soraya Goddard back with Monetize Your Social, the podcast. Thank you so much for all the love on the relaunch. If you didn't listen to the last episode, go back and listen to it. It talks a little bit about my story, why I took a massive break on this podcast, why I renamed it, relaunched it, etc. Or if you don't care, that's cool too. Super glad you're here either way. Today, I want to talk to you, since this podcast is called How to Monetize Your Social or Monetize Your Social, I want to talk about all the ways you can monetize your social media. Well, the four main ways. There are an infinite number of ways you can monetize your social media, but I'm going to talk about the four major ways. Now, this episode in particular is meant to do two things. If you are familiar with any one of these four ways, then this is going to be a refresher for you. It maybe will cause you to think through the pros and cons of each of these methods of making money online. If you are new to monetizing your social, maybe you found this podcast because someone sent it to you, or you found me on my blog or something like that, or maybe just a podcast search, and you are looking to monetize your social, then this is going to run you through the pros and cons of the four major ways to do that. Now, for those of you who are already in business, particularly in maybe affiliate marketing or network marketing, this can also serve as a tool for you when you have friends who are looking for advice on how to monetize their social. You can literally just send them the link to this podcast and have me do the talking for you. So hopefully that helps a ton of you, because I know it will. I'll also keep this as a blog on my website. You can send the blog link to people too. So let's go ahead and just dive in. I want to break down the ways that you can monetize your social media because I get this question a lot. I get this question from people who are like, hey, I've got followers on Instagram and I want to know how to monetize it. Or I have no Instagram following and no social media, but I know that I could be good at it, but I don't know where to start. I get variations of that question all the time. So let's just talk about why you would want to monetize your social other than the obvious answer of making money. I looked up some statistics today, and I'm not going to totally geek out on statistics, but some of these absolutely blew my mind. I actually just had a conversation with my husband about some of these because I had no idea. Now, all of these were stats that I found on a really, really good blog article with references on drip.com, which is an email service, but they had a really well-referenced blog post. And so I took these stats from there and was able to cross-reference to validate that these are actual solid statistics, because, in this day and age, you got to verify that stuff. So as of 2020, there are 7.8 billion people in the world. Now, we're in 2022 right now, so there's a little bit more, but just go with it. Over a quarter of them, 26.28% are online shoppers. So that is a big, big number of people that are shopping online. And here's the great news in all that. There's been a considerable increase in the number of digital shoppers over the years. It has climbed from 1.32 billion in 2014 to over 2 billion in 2020, which is not a very long time span. So an absolute meteoric rise in the number of people who are getting used to shopping online. You may be one of those people who in 2014 didn't really buy anything online. You might have researched some things or looked up, whatever it was, and then went to the physical store to buy it. Nowadays, it is very common for people to do their entire transaction online. And again, over 2 billion people in 2020, as of this statistic that I saw, are all purchasing online, and it's only going to get bigger. Here is an incredible stat too. 63% of shopping journeys, so 63% of people who purchase something start online. I want you to think like they start their journey with a Google search. So 6 out of every 10 shopping journeys begin online. Whether that person ends up buying from an e-commerce store or a brick and mortar store or, someone through Instagram, whatever it is, most of the initial research starts in a digital setting. So just as an aside, if you know that 63% of people are looking up the thing that they're thinking about buying online, why would you not have an online presence? Why would you not have something like a blog? And I'll talk about blogging later. I know there's actually a podcast episode I did a couple years ago with my dear friend Angela Brooks about her journey in blogging and why we both have blogs. Blogs are amazing. But Having some sort of digital real estate is really, really, really important because so many people are now looking up things online and ending up buying them. A couple other things that I think are really, really interesting. Nearly half of online sales are made through mobile devices. This actually shocked me because I probably make more purchases on my laptop than my phone. I do a lot of my looking up stuff on my phone, and then I usually go over to my laptop, but almost half of people are buying through their phone. And this is only going to be more, it's going to increase over time. You see that Instagram has some retailers selling straight through the app now, and Instagram is encouraging kind of brick and mortar stores to have Instagram stores. Same thing with Facebook. It's the same company. So this is going to be a very fascinating statistic to pay attention to. Brands nowadays have to have an online presence. You have to. Could you imagine if, I'm just going to make this up, let's say Nike decided to never ever have an online presence and they're like, we're good. We've got tons of brick and mortar stores. We've got physical stores that people can go to. We don't really need to be online. We're good. We're fine. Thanks, but no thanks. Could you imagine? They wouldn't be relevant still today. I mean, that's a ridiculous example, of course, but it's a very obvious example of the fact that even stores with good reputations already still have to be online. Now let's flip the script and say, if you are a small business owner, an independent distributor or an affiliate marketer or something like that, you basically have to have an online presence. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people who don't, but it's only harder for them to solely do business in person. It's so stinking difficult. And since I assume you're listening to the Monetize Your Social podcast, you're probably one of the people who wants to have an online presence. So I won't even talk about those people. We need to have brands. We need to have something that people can identify us with. They want a place to see what we're all about. They want a place, whether that be a social media account or a blog or a website or something. They want a piece of real estate that they can go and check out what we're all about, see if we're trustworthy, check out our products, see what we're all about, and then make a purchase. So that's really important. The last thing that I'm going to talk to you about, the last stat that I saw according to drip.com is retargeting website visitors makes them 43% more likely to buy. And this is according to PR Newswire, which is a very reputable source. Retargeting website visitors, it's when, you go to a website and they cookie you and then they retarget you and show you an ad later on. And you're like, oh, they're following me around the internet. Yep, they sure are. But when they do that, you are 43% more likely to buy. Now, why am I telling you this? Because repeated exposure is a good thing. Whether you run ads or not is not the point of me sharing this statistic with you. The point of me sharing that statistic with you is that this can translate to influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, and I'm basing this off my personal experience, where as you continue to educate your audience online about something, and as you continue to show them something over and over and over and over and over again, they're more likely to buy. So of course it makes sense for you to have a social media channel where you talk about your favorite things all the time, not just once, but all the time. You encourage people to check it out, to talk to you about it, to make a purchase. Maybe you share a link. Maybe you're giving a call to action in some way. Either way, repeated exposure to your thing, whatever your offer is going to make people more likely to buy. So that's just some statistics. Now let's get into the 4 types of major ways that people can make money online. The first one is affiliate marketing. And by the way, if you're listening to the podcast, you can look at the transcript of this and the blog version of this on my website if you don't want to have to take notes. But affiliate marketing, what is affiliate marketing? This is when someone has a product, someone else has a product, and you get some sort of an affiliate link or maybe a coupon code or something like that, and you introduce it to your audience and followers for some sort of commission, some sort of percentage of the sale. Again, this is usually done through a coupon code or maybe a specific affiliate link, where if I share a link with my audience and someone from my audience buys that product, I'm going to get a cut of the profits. Think about like Amazon links are really popular. So many people have those, including myself. Influencers repping clothing, whether they do it on something like to Know It or reward style, or whether they're just doing it directly through a clothing company. You could also think about big influencers who are getting brand sponsorships to promote a brand. Now, this is mega influencers. A lot of times get big brand sponsorships for a percentage of sales or something like that. Either way, affiliate marketing can be done at all levels. So some of the pros, some of the good things that I love about affiliate marketing is it's really simple to do. Really simple to do. It used to be 5, 6, 7 years ago that only big influencers with massive followings had brand sponsorships. But nowadays, basically anyone can do this. At a minimum, you can be an Amazon affiliate or something like that. And you can usually rep and connect with smaller brands and promote them no matter the size of your audience. I do affiliate marketing. It's not my main source of income, but I love it and I absolutely do it because there's a couple products that I'm obsessed with and I'm going to talk about them anyway. So I figured I might as well get some money for it because I love them. Now, so many brands have affiliate programs. It's really easy to find them. Lots of them are just, again, your favorite products probably have some sort of an affiliate link, whether it be directly through the brand or through some sort of third party. Links used to be reserved for bigger influencers. You know, that used to be something that like you had to have 10,000 followers on Instagram to share a link. No longer. You can, basically anybody can share a link now. So it's very easy to do. Now, those are some of the pros to influencer marketing. Now, some of the cons. Just sharing a link once isn't going to make you a millionaire. I know, shocking, right? Shocking. But sharing a link once or sharing a link a couple times is just not going to change your life in any significant way. The bigger the audience you have and the more consistent you are sharing the product, the more successful you'll be. So if you're not willing to be consistent or you don't have an audience, then it's very low likelihood that you're going to make any kind of significant income because in affiliate marketing, sales are usually one-time things. If I give you an Amazon link for a couch and you happen to buy that couch, which doesn't happen all the time, maybe I make $100 because you purchased that couch. Like, that's not going to pay my mortgage, you know? Like, you got to sell a lot of couches over Amazon links to be able to significantly change your life. So if you've got a massive audience and you're constantly promoting affiliate things, then yeah, it can certainly add up. But for most of us, it's not going to be a majority of our income. And, you know, besides Amazon links, I see this a lot with Like to Know It. People want to be fashion influencers on Instagram and they want to sign up for reward style or Like to Know It. But the amount of money that you're going to spend on the clothes in the first place is typically going to be more than you're actually going to make unless you have a massive audience. It just is. Like, it's insane how many people lose money on being an affiliate marketer through those types of things. So it might be fun, and if that's your idea of a hobby, great, but we're here to monetize, and that is probably not going to do it for the most of us. If you do have a massive audience and you can monetize it that way, A+, awesome, I am cheering you on. So that is affiliate marketing. Now, network marketing is kind of like affiliate marketing. This is also sometimes called direct sales, multi-level marketing. Those are all different versions of network marketing. Think affiliate marketing, but instead of just a one-time sale, that customer is kind of permanently attached to you. And so every time they purchase from that company, you're going to get a commission. So in network marketing, somebody either purchases from you as a customer or can purchase products from you and join your business opportunity, where they also are a customer, but they help share the products to other people as well. Okay? So ideally in network marketing, the goal is that you continue to build a sales base of customers and you're selling your products. And every time someone buys a product from your company, you are going to get recurring income. And you really want a portion of those people to also make their own sales because you will then get some commission off of those sales as well. So let me see if I can break this down if you've never heard of network marketing. Like, imagine for a moment that the person who first told you about Target got 5% of everything you ever spent at Target for the rest of your life. Like, that could be really lucrative over time, right? It could be insanely lucrative Too bad Target is not a network marketing company, but that's a ridiculous example to get you to understand that we're talking about when those customers are making repeated purchases and you're getting, let's say, 5% off of everything that they spend over time, and you are introducing multiple people, larger teams to these products, that can compound very, 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 very quickly. It can also further compound then when some of those people choose to build their own teams and you get a small percentage of those sales as well. Same type of concept. So you can see that the potential is really the pro of this business model is the increased ability to earn income. And also, most companies have the ability to earn things like incentive trips or bonuses or other rewards as you build a bigger team and a bigger business. One of the pros is you don't necessarily need to have a massive audience. I know lots of network marketers who make 6 and 7 figures and they have very, very small followings on Instagram and Facebook. They certainly do put in a lot of hard work, but you don't have to have a massive audience. Although if you do have a big audience with a lot of earned trust, then that is fantastic, and I highly encourage you to try network marketing. You don't really need to be an influencer. In fact, sometimes being a quote-unquote influencer might even hurt you in some way. What you do need to be is willing to continue to promote your products and your business opportunity and to build a relationship with your customers. So I'm still putting these in the pro column. Some people might think that these are disadvantages, but I think it's a pro because you really don't need to be an influencer to be successful in this. You just have to be willing to build that trust. You also don't need to be an expert at anything. So you can sell skincare or makeup or hair products and not be a hairstylist or a makeup artist or anything like that. This is where I said sometimes not being an expert and not being an influencer is an advantage for you, because in network marketing, you want people to get the feeling that if you can do it, they can too. So if you come out as like a super pro, high-powered makeup artist and you've got 2 million followers on Instagram and you're slinging makeup left and right and you're enrolling people all day long, people are going to be like, okay, well, she can do that because she's a massive makeup artist with a huge following, but I can't do that. Yet us normal people in network marketing, when we succeed, people look at us and they go, oh my God, well, she's a mess. She, spilled coffee all over herself this morning and has 200 Instagram followers. Well, I could probably do what she's doing then. And there you go. So sometimes it's an advantage not to be an expert and not to be a massive influencer. People just want to get to know you. And then when they trust your recommendation, they'll buy from you. So that is the pros of network marketing. Now, there are certainly cons to network marketing, and this is just a couple of them. Lots of people are sold a total BS story that network marketing is a quick ticket to money and that you join and you make some sales and voila, you're retired on the beach. And it just doesn't work like that. And so a lot of people join thinking that they're going to, be a bajillionaire tomorrow. And it just takes work and consistency like anything else. So a large percentage of the people that come to you looking for, whatever they're looking for, are just not going to make it because they're not willing to put in the work. It's not necessarily the business model. It's that people just are people, and the vast majority of people aren't willing to make it work, just like they're not willing to make affiliate marketing work. So even though people know what's possible, a lot of times you're just going to have a lot of turnover, and that's fine. It's no big deal. People get scared away of network marketing because they think that you have to be an influencer or be good at sales, or they've had a bad experience in the past. Maybe they had a bunch of spammy tammies that were really aggressive and really pushy, and they don't want to be like that. But they also don't know that they don't have to be like that. So some people are going to get scared off that would otherwise be a really, really good fit with network marketing. It also takes an investment to start. So unlike affiliate marketing, where often you just get a code and you share it, network marketing, you need to basically start a business, which is a very, very small investment. It usually is less than a few $100s. Sometimes it's even less than that. Very, very small, and ridiculously small if you want to compare it to like starting a franchise that sometimes takes $500,000. So a ridiculously small starting hurdle, but that does run people off. And a lot of times people aren't willing to do it, which is fine. So those are some of the cons of network marketing. Now, The next type that I want to talk to you about or the next way, to monetize your social is I'm going to package these in one, even though they're really two separate things. And that is to be a coach or sell courses. Coaching and courses. Now, what this is quite simply, you're going to take your expertise and you're going to package it up and sell it in some way. You're either going to do some coaching where you interact with people live, maybe on Zoom calls or in person, or you're going to take your expertise and record a course and sell that course. Now, the pro of these two business models is you can basically monetize anything. I love this because if you're an expert at anything, there's usually someone willing to pay you for it, to pay you for your knowledge and experience. Like, you know how to cook a specific type of food. Like, maybe you're a wizard at cooking Indian food and you want to create a course on how to make the best Indian food at home in less than 30 minutes. Like, there's probably going to be a massive audience for that and people will buy your course or whatever. If you've got any kind of expertise, it doesn't matter how random or strange or niche it is, there's probably an audience for you who wants that knowledge. So that's really fun. So if you've got a hobby or something you're really passionate about, this is a really good way to monetize it. Now, let's talk about the cons. It takes expertise, right? A lot of people want to create a course or want to be a coach, but they don't have an expertise that is in demand. It also is a huge time investment, either to create a program or to spend the time to actually coach people. And on top of that, you still have to market it. So it typically takes digital marketing experience. You've got to either have a course platform or sometimes a sales funnel or however you're going to sell whatever it is you're selling. Sometimes that can be cost prohibitive, or you don't have the tech knowledge, so you've got to hire someone to figure it out, and that takes upfront money, et cetera, startup time. So that can get a little tricky, and a lot of people don't ever really overcome those upfront hurdles. For coaching, there's also the addition of you're basically trading time for money, where you're let's say on a Zoom call and you can charge X amount per hour for your coaching, and then you really need to gain more influence and experience and get customer results before you can raise your prices. Courses don't necessarily have that attached to it. The great thing about a course is you can do it once and sell it multiple times, so you're not necessarily doing the trading time for money. But for both of these models, you do need to learn how to market in addition to your base expertise. So again, you're going to need to figure out how to share what you're selling online and do it in a fun way that attracts people and attracts a growing audience so that you constantly have new people to sell to and to market to. Okay, the last way, and again, there are many, many ways, but I'm just really talking about the 4 main ways. The last main way to monetize your social is to sell a service. Now, this is where instead of selling your expertise, you're actually selling you doing the thing you're an expert at. So this is where you see people marketing their skills online, a lot of times on Instagram or Facebook, as a web designer or a social media manager or a virtual assistant or even a photographer or an artist of some sort. So you're selling goods, you're selling your services or goods or something like that, your time and your expertise. The pro of this is you can build an awesome business this way. And there are many, many people who make fantastic livings selling their services online. The cons, in my opinion, is that this is one of the hardest ways to make money online. So you need an expertise, and then you need to be able to communicate and market that expertise. So it takes digital marketing experience, just like selling courses or coaching. Again, it takes a sales platform, sometimes sales pages or funnels, maybe even ads. So there's all of those hurdles and all those things you need to figure out and learn. Often it's selling time for money. So for example, being a photographer, you can only book so many shoots without having to figure out how to hire more people or, I don't know, make the editing process shorter. Like, there's only so much you can do in so much time. And then you run out of time and you have to raise your rates in some way in order to continue to grow your business. So all of these 4, and again, that was just a quick overview of each of the 4. All of these 4s have pros and all of these 4s have cons. So let me just go over really quickly again. We've got affiliate marketing, we've got network marketing, we've got coaching and courses, and we've got services. Now, if you've made it this far, you're going to be like, well, Soraya, what's your favorite? Well, spoiler alert, network marketing is my favorite, followed closely by affiliate marketing. Now, here's why. And if it's not your favorite, totally fine. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just going to tell you what my favorite is, and you can take it or leave it. Network marketing is the lowest barrier to entry for the biggest payout. That's what I love about it. It's a very, very low investment. And as long as you're willing to do the work and learn and be coachable, the sky's the limit, right? The sky's the limit. And what's even better is now some network marketing companies, including the one that I'm in and many others that I know, allow you to basically do affiliate marketing with their network marketing products. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of companies now no longer require you to build a team. So let's just say you wanted to, I'm going to make it up, sell weight loss shakes, right? You don't want to build a team. You don't want to talk to people about the business opportunity, but you just want to be able to share that link over and over and over and over again and make commissions and take care of some customers. You can absolutely do that. You can absolutely do that in many, many companies. So network marketing companies are smart, right? They're getting smart to the fact that affiliate marketing is awesome. And so a lot of companies have a component like that. But besides that, network marketing is still far and away my favorite. I've been involved in network marketing for now, I think, almost 6 years. It's just an incredible way for someone with a full-time job who doesn't have a lot of skills, who doesn't have a massive audience, who doesn't, isn't an influencer, doesn't want to figure out all the tech hurdles, et cetera, just wants to show up on social media and in person and talk about some really cool products and a really cool business. You can do that. You can do that and change your life radically. Change your life radically. Again, with affiliate marketing alone, you're probably not going to change your life very radically unless you're a massive influencer, but with network marketing, you can. So that's why that rises easily to my number one spot. It's a great opportunity for someone who likes the idea of recurring income and is willing to put in some work and be coachable. So I'm going to give you 4 pieces of advice. No matter which one of these 4 you go with, these are the things that I think are really important to remember when you're looking to monetize your social. Number 1, try something. Don't sit here and hem and haw for 35 years over, well, I got to build a skill set and I got to do this and I got to figure that out, blah, blah, blah. Just try it. Just pick one, whatever floats your boat the best, and try it. It's not permanent. You can always pivot. If you start a coaching program and you hate it, you can always close it. If you start network marketing and you hate it, you can always stop. It's not permanent. So just try it. Speed is of the essence. Get in. Sooner the better. That's my best piece of advice. Number 2, do not try to do 2 or 3 of these things at once. That is almost impossible for everybody. Master one, dominate one, be coachable, learn your craft, excel in it, and you can always add in another as time and skill sets allow. But if you try to be an Olympic champion of 2 or 3 sports at once, you're never going to rise to the top. It's just not going to happen. Number 3, almost all of these, in fact, all of them require, unless you're going to do ads, almost all of them require some sort of personal branding if you're going to make sales online and if you're going to have an online presence. And that's really what I love. That's what I'm an expert in. That's what I love talking to you about, is how to show up as a personal brand, as you, with you as the face of your sales, and basically create your offer and give your offer online so that people can purchase your thing. So all of these require some sort of personal branding if you're going to continue to make sales online. And then what's really, really cool about having a personal brand is as you brand yourself and people get to know you as a person instead of the thing you're selling, which is what personal branding is all about, you can then pivot easily. You can add in other offers. You can change your business. You can do whatever you want. And you've got that flexibility because you are the star of the show, not your product. Okay? There's lots more coming on that in the podcast here. So make sure you are subscribed. My last piece of advice, and this quite possibly could be the best piece of advice, find a mentor and follow their advice. Find a mentor who has done what you want to do, link arms with them and follow their advice. Now in network marketing, this is another reason why I like it, you have a built-in mentor. You just inherent to the business model, it is incumbent, it's not incumbent, that's not the right word. It behooves, it is to their advantage, the person who you enrolled with, it is beneficial for them to teach you how to succeed, and it is in their best interest to help you succeed. Now, it's your business, so you've got to do the work, but a lot of times there's mentorship built in that business model. Now, with affiliate marketing and services and coaching and courses, you just need to go hire a coach. Just hire a coach. Hire a coach. That is what you need to do. Hire a coach who's done what you want to do, who's a coach for beginners, and follow their advice. Point your head down and with ruthless drive, follow their advice. That is my best advice. So let me just go over those pieces of advice. Try something. It's not permanent and you can always pivot. Don't try to do 2 or 3 things at once. Master one, and then you can always move on to another or incorporate something else. All of them require some sort of personal branding. And so I highly recommend that if you haven't started your own personal brand, that you do so now. And then lastly, find a mentor who has done what you want to do and follow their advice. So I hope that helped. If you think that this podcast can benefit somebody, or they might be considering how to monetize their social media in some way, send this to them. Just say, hey, listen to this. Now, shameless plug, I'm in network marketing. Many of my friends are as well. So if you are looking for some sort of advice in that way, by all means, reach out to me. I will give you no BS advice because that's what I do. But all of these are fantastic. I have done a variety of these. In fact, besides services, I have done all of these. And so they are all fantastic ways to take your skill set and make it earn you money. Because if there's one thing that I love, it's good people making good money. Good people with good intentions making good money. I don't care if that money is to pay for your kids' diapers. I don't care if that money is to save up for an indulgent handbag. I don't care if that money is to fund an adoption. I don't care if that money is to blow on the most fabulous vacation for no reason that you've ever had in your life. It does not matter. Money in the hands of good people does good things, and you deserve to benefit from the skills that you have. Nothing makes me more sad than seeing people who have potential but are not willing to take the leap to do anything with it. And look, I told you in the beginning of this podcast, people are online buying stuff, so why shouldn't they buy from you? Why shouldn't you be the one selling things to them? Because if it's not you, someone's going to sell something to them, so it should be you, right? And you probably have some really good stuff to sell. And if you don't, you can find something very easily. So that's just my little pep talk, in that if you're sitting there doubting yourself or telling yourself that you don't have the skill set or the time or the whatever it is, you do. You just need the drive. Now, if you don't have the drive, you don't have the desire. That's another thing. Then don't even listen to this episode. But if you've made it this far, you probably have the desire, and you probably have the drive, and you certainly have the skill set, because I've seen all sorts of people successful at this. So I promise you have the skill set. Now it's just about picking something and applying your energy consistently and being coachable. Find that mentor, find the person who's going to take you underneath their wing and show you the way to do it. I cannot wait to see your success stories. Drop me a note on Instagram over DM if this is something that has helped you, or if you have a question on any of this. I don't do personal coaching in the DMs, but I certainly talk to people who listen to my podcast, so I would love to talk to you. But let me know if this helped. And again, if you think someone can benefit from this, share this episode with them. Last note, if you are not on my email list, I highly encourage you to do so. You can go to the show notes on whatever app you're listening to this on and download my new fill-in-the-blank caption worksheet. It's a little cheat sheet that I put together for you that is going to help you come up with different captions and social media topics that will help you sell whatever it is you're selling, no matter what of these methods you are using to monetize your social. So go to the show notes and click on the link and opt in there, and you will get a really cool tool that will help you over and over and over again. All right, talk to you in the next episode. Bye.